This particular variation of armbar kind of started more or less when people post in the hip. It's been changed and adapted for a lot of different positions, but the standard armbar is pretty much come along when people post in the hip, and this is where you really catch a lot of people when they get into that standard of trying to pin your hips and more or less move around your legs. So when we're in kind of the sitting position, what's going to happen is this is what you're going to see. The posting of the hip, trying to pin my hips down, and then he circles around the outside of my leg, and then he tries to kick out here and close the distance and go ahead and complete the pass. A lot of times, this is what you're seeing. This variation can be done whether he's kneeling, doesn't matter where he's at. When they post on the hip, this is the kind of the answer for it. This is the danger spot for it. Now, going back just a little bit, some of you guys may be having a problem actually getting the correct angle. Understand something. It's about elevating your hips. If your butt is on the ground, there is no armbar. It's not going to work. You've got to elevate your hips up under his armpit to finish this. So back on the first one now, when he grabs the legs and starts coming around, and I get to here, and I've cleared this and got it in. Once I get here and I'm laying back with it, this foot coming up here means a lot, okay? Because when this foot comes over the top, now I'm scissoring my legs together. It's not so much the collapsing of the knee that does it. It's when I'm holding this far side collar and I elevate my hips, and then there it is. Some of you guys are trying to finish it right here, okay? Hard to do. Watch. His arm maintains the same orientation. I lift, and that's what finishes it. I'm not squeezing really any harder with my leg. It's here. I close it here. He's not tapping. He's not tapping. I don't squeeze any harder here. It's this that finishes it. I'm lifting my hips and going away from me, okay? So keep that in mind. The elevation is what finishes this particular armbar. It's a really awkward angle, but once you figure it out, it's fantastic. So now, the hip post is one of the easiest ways, man, because he's putting his hand right there in your pocket. And once that hand goes, all I want to do is kind of lean forward and catch it, all right? Because what's going to happen is as he goes ahead and forces the pass, he's giving me this, and it's a really nice one. It's a really perfect angle. So always just be looking for the hand on the hip, no matter which way he may go. So if you're playing here and you've got this cross collar grip and that hand gets posted, boom, it's right there. If the hand gets posted here, boom, it's right there. It's really fast, okay? So once he posts the hand, this time you guys that are passers, you're gonna post the hand in the hip. You're gonna circle, fall into it. Make sure you're laying on the side, not so much flat on your back. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You get there's two outs. One out's a little bit more difficult than the other, and that's basically the rotation of your thumb. We're getting everything locked in the armpit. So the only way you're going to release the tension on this is to either out, put you in what we call mirror lock, or you're going to go down, which is what we're going to do tonight, which is going to put you into omoplata, and that's what we're going to switch to. Is we're going to attempt, go for the arm bar, we miss it, they go thumbs down, and we're going to transition to omoplata. So we're just going to add another piece of the string here. So we're just going to go all the way through here. We've got him locked in here, and we're trying to work the arm bar here, but before I can clench down and lock his hand in place, he goes thumbs down. That rotates his elbow now up. So getting him back around is very difficult. I'm going to have a fight here, okay? So here I'm just going to go with it for now. I just locked down right here on top of it, and now I'm going to start making a transition out, getting my head north-south. My leg's going to come over, okay? What I'm looking to do is this leg's going to come over. I'm going to start putting pressure right here on the top of the shoulder as I come around, because I need to get him down to the ground. You can see my hand come to the top of the head. This leg's going to come over right here on the shoulder. My bottom leg, which has been attached to his hip this whole time, is now going to come out, post. Now I'm going to make a hand transition. This whole time I've been here locking his arm in. I'm now going to transition. I'm going to go for a tip grip since I have the gi. I'm gonna go to a tip grip here. My hand's gonna come up here. If I've got access to the belt, I can grab the belt. I can just palm the top of the back if I don't have it, but if I have the belt, I grab the belt. Now I'm gonna start getting myself parallel to me. Using an assist to my foot, I get sideways. My pressure is now gonna be right here through the back of the shoulder, driving forward. What I wanna do is I wanna get his chest to the ground, okay? Sitting here pushing back here is not gonna work. Driving down here is not gonna work, he's just gonna push up. But if I drive my calf right through the back of the deltoid, I can drive him to the ground. I'm just putting my weight on it. I can stick my head up and drive a lot of weight and pressure down here. Just keeping him down into the ground. When I've got him down, I'm gonna sit up. We're all familiar with S-mount, correct? All I'm doing is I'm sitting up in a quick S-mount. This arm stays inside. Looking for the S-mount. A lot of theories here. The easiest one, underhook the far side arm. You can see the palm of his hand now, spacing out. It's like I'm gonna elevate my hips. I'm gonna do a U right here, like I'm trying to put the palm of his hand to the back of his head, using my hips transition step. He's out. Okay? So all on the defense, everything being the same, everything we've done tonight being the same. He's come around. We've got to here, but this goes wrong and he goes a quick downturn. We can stay here and try to fight this back. We're probably not gonna get this back. Armbar at this point is done, okay? What I do is I just take my hand and I'm gonna lock him in for now. Now I'm gonna isolate his thumb down right here. I don't want him to get that back. He chose that way, let's keep him there, okay? From here, I'm gonna keep the head pushed away. The closer he gets his head here, he can kind of give me a little sticking point of getting this foot over the head. So I push, leg comes across. Now I'm gonna make a quick arm transition. At the same time, my bottom leg is gonna come out and post. And comes in, for my post, I like a tip grip if I have it. If it's no gi, I can just set in here with an L grip, pushing him into the thigh. That's fine. I can either grip right here at the belt, or I can just lay my arm up on top, trying to keep him from posting over or doing a flip, trying to get out of this. Now from here, I'm just gonna grip. All my pressure is directed out through the shoulder. Anything else, if I try sitting here, he's just gonna posture up. I can't do it. The best chance I got to get him down, foot in the mat, driving forward. Now you can, if he's still up on his knees, I'm gonna drag him laterally. Step heavy, drag him laterally, knock him down. Just sit up to the S mount, so as I crunch up, S mount comes in. Look for a far side underhook. Trying to put the palm of his hand up over to his head. Tap all that. And we're in. One more time. Thing was going good. Transition around. I try to get here, but I miss the lock, and he goes down. I'm going to react real quick. I'm just going to lock him in right here. Okay? Hand goes to the head. Comes in front. There's my grip switch. Now it comes out, toes into the mat. Get parallel with your opponent. Boom. My driver is through the back of the shoulder. Get heavy. You can step up and you can put all your body weight in here. He's gonna try to drive up. He still has his head, so he's got a lot of power in his back. I'm gonna try to keep him down right here. Drive him flat in one motion. This is the tricky part, sitting up into S mount. Boom. Look for the underhook. Palm of the head, you tap up and over. And the omoplata. Make sense? It's a lot to that, isn't it? We'll work through it. We'll let you come back. We'll explain a few things, and we'll break it down and get you there. Good deal? Got anything to add to that?
No, it's fantastic.
We good? 1, 2, 3.